All right, I'm going to install some new handlebars on the WR today. These are already been taken off. Pretty self-explanatory when you take this stuff off. Don't try to remove the throttle cable to actually have the bars loose. Then you can just take the bars and slide that out from the throttle cable because you don't have enough play to slide it over off to the right. Here are the old bars, steel. These have some mounting holes in them. I have to see what I want to do with that, if I want to try to recreate those or just file those off. But these are the old steel bars. I bought some Pro Taper Contour High, I think mid-high, CR High. And it's hard to see here, but the steel bars are definitely bent. If you hold them up, see on the left side that's about the same height here, but you can see how that one, let's see, sorry, there you go. So about an inch higher than the steel bars, and the right side is pretty bent up, you can see. To do that, these are obviously 7/8 bars here. These are 1 1/8 bar, so I had to get the universal clamp mount, which will add about a 1/2 inch rise. So overall, I'll probably have about a 1 inch total rise on the bar, which is kind of what I wanted. Anyway, we're going to install these lock-on grips. I'm going to tap the ends of these bars and put in a fitted threaded bar end insert for these wraparound grips. I originally bought these for my Husqvarna, but I think I'm going to hold off for now and put these on my WR and just get the matching plastic flags here in a minute. All right. I got the adapters in almost. You can see how they fit right there. You gotta make sure that you have either both of these holes aligned outward or inward. They give you some guidance on how many inches need to be back between here and there. And then these just go in with these Allen bolts. I'm putting some lock thread on it, and it's between 14 and 17 pounds. And I got a torque wrench there, so now just bolt those up. All right, got the bars on. As you can see, these just slide in here, and these are actually 10mm bolts. And these are also torqued down. I think it's 15 to 17 foot-pounds. Oops, I have mine backwards there. There we go. I'll actually put thread lock on these, and then I'll torque them down. All right, I got the bars on. I didn't torque them down quite yet. Make some adjustments. Got the handlebars back on, and for now I'm going to tap the bar ends for the threaded bar end inserts. So I'm going to use a bar end here. I forget what it's called, a tap bar on here. And keep this lubricated. I'm going to go in a couple threads, out, in, until I get pretty far deep in there. And then I'll tap the bar ends in on the end. All right, you can see I got it started. It did a few threads, backed it out, blew it out with the air hose, which I got laying right here. And then I'll start this back in by hand. The key is to do this by hand. And you can sight it pretty easy just by looking down the bar end here and make sure you have it straight. So I'll keep keeping an eye on that, and I'll keep going deeper. All right, you can see that's all tapped in, pretty straightforward. If you don't actually have a bar end for that tap, you can use two 10mm wrenches. One on this side, and then use the other one on the other side, and then you can create a T using two 10mm wrenches to do that. Anyway, I got that tapped in. I've got some blue Loctite on this bar end already, and let's see how this goes in. Goes in pretty nice. And then this is a number 8 Allen. fit right in there. And I'll just tighten that down. So I'll do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll move on to the grips. All right, these factory bars have these holes that receive this little piece here so they don't rotate around, but then you cannot control how close in or far out you want the grips. So this is pretty soft material, it's aluminum. I'm just taking this straight file, and I basically just put it here on the edge of the table, and then I just file that thing down smooth. All right, new grip. I took a brand new razor blade. I went around this twice, very cleanly, just to make sure I got all the way through. I found a socket that fit in there, and set it on a concrete floor or something, not something that give a couple firm whacks, and it should pop it out like that. And I'll finish cleaning this. All right, it's all cleaned up. I took a filer on the inside. It's about as clean as you're gonna get it. And this will go on the grip. Here's what the knockout looks like. Came out pretty clean. It could come out cleaner. I think they could do a better job creating just a hard knockout. A lot of people are on wraparound guards. You can get these on the Husqvarna. They actually sell them open-ended. Problem is, if you get those, you won't have the right cam for your throttle size. So if you're going to do black, these actually came factory open. You could get this and then just have the knockout on the right, but I think you could do a clean enough job with it like that. All right, so we have this grip cleaned out. These are the ODI clip-on grips. They give you this little chart. Cam A, it says for Yamaha WR250R. These are all the different cams they give you. They're marked inside and outside, meaning this section with that detent fits on here. So this is cam A. As you can see, it's the same cam. This is the factory grip here on the right. So this will be the cam. We use nice knurled bar. This is no issue. These clamp my grips just a little bit tight. So we need to take some sandpaper, do a couple spins on it, and we'll put it on. Good for now. We'll fine tune this once we get the bar ends on. All right, we're now up to the HCM handlebar clamp mount. Cycra wraparounds with the wrong blue. This is Husky blue, but we'll put these on. I didn't torque these down up here because these clamps are actually gonna be replaced by those ones on the Cycra one, freeing up some bar space here and getting out of the way of a lot of levers and stuff. So we'll start on that now. I kind of created an extra step here. I could have just opened up this package and put these on with the Pro Taper ones initially, but I don't want to get all the screws and stuff messed up. So these bolts are a little bit different. These are 12 millimeter versus 10 millimeter on these, but they just drop in. Make sure you slowly turn each one down so the gap both here and here is even. And as you can see, these HCM mounts will be nice and out of the way and creating plenty of room. And you don't have to worry about making them work with the different width and tapered bars. All right, so I raised the bars. As you can see, I raised them about a ½ inch. There's just a little bit of clearance issues, not too bad. You can see the brake line on here isn't good. So I'm gonna have to basically move this more straight up. This was originally out here. I'm gonna move it on the inside of that. So because of that, I removed the headlight, 2 8 millimeter screws here and here. And then you can see the bottom just pops out with these rubber grommets. So really just 2 screws holding this in. This will snap back in. But some of this stuff in here, I'm gonna try to create just a bit more room. All right, I got the handguards on. You can see how the open end here looks. And again, compared to the Husqvarna, which is a really nice clean look, that clean look like that gets you the ability to hit triples no problem. If you have something like this, you can only hit doubles. You get way better performance when your end cap looks like that. No, but anyway, looks pretty good. These white grips are going to become filthy. Had a little stretching problems with some of these cables and stuff, but I got them all in. Got the levers right where I want them. I had to move this brake cable from out here to in here just to give it enough pressure, and then I had to move this cable used to come up and come down. Now I have it kind of snaking under here. And you can see there is, let's see here, right there, there is clearance right there, but not very much, but it shouldn't move. This is all solidly mounted. So I got all these in. You can see there's a couple adjustable holes. This is right in the middle. The clamps were on the wide spacing. If I would have turned them around and put them on the inside, covering these, I'm not sure how this spacing would have worked. This would, looks like it would have been larger, so I think I lucked out with that. The way these work, these wrap around, they all have the same fittings behind there. It's an improvement. They actually have these kind of washers. Before we used to just have self-tapping screws to hold them on, and it was a real pain, but now they have these washers that fit in the back. So the first thing you do is you put on these, and then this little fitting here fits on the back of the flag. As you can see, fits right there. So this basically will fit just like that. And then you would put on these little T-washers from behind, like that. And then you put the screws in. All the same screws, all the same length, which creates a little bit of an issue, but so far looks good. I'm probably not even going to put these on because I ordered the correct Yamaha blue ones. These originally I was going to put on the Husqvarna, but decided to put these on here. So I think that's it. So that's really the end of the handlebar mount. No triple, no crossbar anymore. 1 1/8 inch bar. The hose is in here a little bit. Got some space here for my other ram mount, and I'll put the 1 inch ram mount mirrors just like these. I could swap these same mirrors back and forth on there. And then, oh yeah, and I got this spacing all spaced out. What's nice about these clamp-on grips is that you don't just glue them on and stuck with where it's at. I mean, right now I could loosen the screw here and I could slide this grip in and out. So that's really nice. That's it. All right, thanks for watching.